Well, no, I'm saying, how do we want to do this? Do we just want to go through each one and pros, cons? Or do you want to each person give their top three, or?
I have a top two. I have top two. When I called on different references for different attorneys, I got really good feedback on Carson and Cleveland from almost everybody that I called. The only thing that I had on that one is the 3-year contract. At Burke and Lammers, I had on that one, I like the fact that they got the ED8 going up instead of. Everybody else is pretty consistent with travel time, mileage, speed, hourly rates.
My part, that just bothers me until the city's going to be represented. That's my theory. And negotiation with the union and stuff like that.
My top two is Carson and Eckford and Lammers. Are we going to have a discussion?
I think maybe just go around and tell the top two or three, and then you can kind of go from there.
You want to start? Oh, I already did.
Okay.
I'm done.
My top one would be Eckert Myers and Slaughterman. Even though the one is a little bit higher, but I think they're a little bit more professional in some of the things that they might need done.
The rates almost double.
But they're willing to do it, so it'll probably come out the same. Right? We wouldn't have the tough guys around. They would be doing it around the state.
Lloyd, you need to speak up or I can't pick it up.
Okay, sorry about that. So they've just got a lot to offer, and like you say, the rates would be a little bit higher if we had to have the top two there all the time, but with them having Rowell there for the in-between and doing the footprint, the cost is
Lammers. I guess I have the top three. Jovanik and Cadillac, and then Kennedy and Graven. I think they all three have some good things going for them. And I kind of, I like the fact that, with Mary, she's saying, our workload is dropping off, and I think that we could go to an hourly rate and potentially drop some of the what we're paying on this retainer that we're already covering right now. Let's see. I like that Tom and Sue, they have a number of years' experience. They right now are working with the city of Buffalo, so I mean they're at least somewhat in our area, and maybe that could pan out in being a benefit.
Or it could be a downfall.
Well, true, that could be a downfall too. That's double-edged sword there. But I like with the majority of them, the training. I think that's something that I'll admit I could use more training all the time on little bits of law here or there, and because I don't have a law background. That if it's given to some things are given to us little bits and pieces at a time, it could help us maybe operate a little better as a city council.
On Carson and Cleveland, I like these guys just because when I talked to their references and stuff, I took like 3 and 4 different ones. They all said how wonderful they were. Very timely manner, very professional. And they don't have all the extra charges, and they do offer all the training and everything there too, so.
Yep.
Winter? I tried to keep a list, and I came up with 9 items that I try to ask consistently. I'll go through the 9 items. It's, is there a charge for travel time? Phone calls from the staff or council, emails, Westlaw research, is there EDA experience? Time required to come up to speed, is there a charge for that? Training sessions, charge or no? Council meeting flat rate, and no minimum length contract, yes or no? So then I just scored according to the answers on a point system for all 8, and that makes it pretty simple for me that Eckford Lammers comes out at an 8, and they are a few points higher than the next closest contender. So that's where I'm at. I made it pretty easy for me.
You have number 2.
Number 2, the next closest would be Kennedy Graven on the point system.
All right.
Well, like I said, with our union deal, which one of these attorneys had any negotiating with union or contractors to see how to negotiate and to do with a union for standing up for the council for wage rise and stuff like that? I haven't seen nobody represent nothing, say anything about backing for anything for union and stuff, and I used to be union supervisor and stuff like that, and I don't see anybody that brought anything up like that in their speeches and nothing in their files. But the only one that I found anything with was representatives and stuff.
Mr. Mayor, we didn't ask that question in the RFP. I do believe Kennedy and Graven does union contract negotiating. I
Yes,
don't know
but
about
Barb-
other firms.
I got shot down on that union negotiation when you guys went in with that union negotiating thing with the two Scots. And Mary, they wouldn't let me in on that negotiation thing, in which I don't feel I was treated right when this negotiation was taking place with this representation of union supervisors.
That was a council vote, Mayor, and
Yes, that's because Andy picked who we wanted. And I'm still down on that, I'm not happy with that.
Do I need a discussion on this? No? Do you have a second, right? Did you give us one, do you have a second option at all?
No. The other ones, we got three on here that used to work for the city of Montrose and stuff like that. And Arthur, when he talked about condemning land and stuff like that to help the city gain land and stuff like that, I don't know if he was in on a couple of things with a landowner, and the landowner lost his house and everything, and then when he went through there with city sewer and water and everything, he had problems in his basement and all that stuff, and it seemed like nobody wanted to help him. And I'm not a happy camper with that deal.
Back to that, my top choices, so we're gonna go ahead and do this is Carson and Leland and then Eckert and Lammers. How do you guys want to proceed? John, is that correct?
Yes.
Did you have any union experience, your firm?
Not personally, no.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. What about Eckert and Lammers?
Our firm represents City of Bayport that has quite a bit of union issues. I don't have, I'm not the primary person who works with that, but we have our own dedicated employment law attorney who works with every single one of our municipalities on their union issues if they have a union that they deal with. So I work hand in hand with him. His name is Mike McCain. He's in our materials, a little background on him. So.
Okay, thank you. And you don't really have any towns around us, right? You guys really aren't, oh, you're in Stillwater.
That's right,
Right.
Councilman Morado. I represented Maple Plain and Hanover and Blanco as public finance counsel and still do. And so that's sort of the specialized representation, not the general city attorney around Montrose.
Okay.
discussion?
I think I'm good. Lloyd, anything?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mark?
Ready to vote?
Well, if you're ready, would you like to make, do you have a motion you'd like to make, Mark?
Sure.
Yeah.
Make a motion that we accept Eckbert and Lammers as the new city attorney.
I'll second that motion.
Lloyd, are you vote?
Discussion?
No.
Discussion?
Did you have a discussion, Mark? No, okay.
Michelle, how do you vote?
Aye.
I vote no. Mark?
Aye.
Ben?
Aye.
Pass 3-2.
So, we would like to welcome aboard then Eckert and Lammers as our new city attorney.
Thank you, Mayor Council.
And thank you everybody for coming.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you everyone for putting together these proposals for us to review. One more, I'd like to thank Mary and Kennedy and Graven for the time that they have put forth for the city and helping us